What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from MTGHeadQuarters.com, and I realize it's been a while since I opened a booster box of a set that wasn't the newest set. So here I have a booster box of Khans of Tarkir. What can we find in Khans of Tarkir? Oh yeah, fetch lands. And foil fetch lands, possibly. So, that's what we're looking for. There are a few other crazy pulls, I'm sorry, those are the only really like good pulls because they're all around 20 bucks right now and they're gonna go up, I'm sure. But you can also open like Sorin, Solemn Visitor, or Anafenza. Foil Monastery Swift Spears might be pretty good, but all in all, it had cards that had seen their day in the sun, like Windmate Rock. But about to rotate out, and the value town is quickly leaving. Now, I had kind of hoped to keep this box, but I want to keep the content interesting on this channel. And as you can see, you know, there's definitely a clear time in my life when money was flowing a little easier and I was buying lots of product and I wasn't too worried about just, buying stuff, opening it, no big deal. But the past 6 months I've had to curb that. Hopefully that won't last forever, but I would rather share it with you than have it sit and get dusty in my collection. So we have Kintree Vacation, Sandstep Citadel, Water Whirl, and Crap Essence. We're into this generally, like, maybe not as quickly as a Just the Sauce type video, but pretty quickly. I'm not going to read through the rares and stuff like that because the set's new enough that most of you all know everything in it. Dragon Grip, Jeskai Charm, Sultai Charm, Enduring Instigator. Oh, I saw a foil. I got trolled. Arrgh. I forgot that happens in Khans of Tarkir packs. I was like, oh my god! Although they didn't reprint that fetch land in this set. Okay, so Abzan Battle Priest, Become Immense, Raider Spoils, and a Rakshasa. Rakshasa saw the Cat Demon saw some time in Standard, and maybe it still does in some other formats. Still, a foil Windscar Crag is nice. For someone. Not me. As my collection exists in digital form. I don't really keep Magic cards around very often unless they're important to me, like Expeditions and things like that, or Lion's Eye Diamond and stuff like that. Incremental Growth, Suspension Field, and a Meandering Tower Shell. The good old 5/9 Island Walker. Still on the hunt for that Polluted Delta. Arc Lightning. Warname Aspirant. Bear's Companion. Hey, Dig Through Time. Kind of forgot this card was in this set. Sees play in a wide variety of formats. It was subject to a lot of controversy. The Treasure Cruise were together at the same time and very, very powerful. Still sees play, but it's a very good card if you're into the blue. If you're into the blue persuasion. Timely Hordemate, Bellowing Saddlebrute, Abzan Falconer, Crater's Claws, very strong. X and a red deals X damage to target creature or player at sorcery speed, but if you have a creature with a power of 4 or more, it deals 2 more. Yeah, Foil the Spies. That's a thing. And the thing with cons is if you get a box, you can have a box that has multiple fetch lands and really live the dream. But you can also get boxes that, you know, have like one and it's the poopy one, you know? And opening it now, you're not going to get much value out of it. Sultai Flare, dead drop. Ghostfire Blade, 1 mana. Equip creature gets 2/2. It's always nice. It was great because Morph was such a thing in the limited environment for this that Ghostfire Blade was legit. Still, Abzan was OP. Briber's Purse, Set Adrift, Heir of the Wilds, and Siege Rhino. Everyone's favorite! It's rotating out of Standard soon. I happen to play Siege Rhino in Mardu Green in Standard right now. It's just, I don't know what I'm going to replace it with, or if I'll still run that deck after rotation. I'm kind of playing a bit of Pauper right now. Just got Pauper Mono Black Control and Pauper Affinity. So I've got 3 Pauper decks now that I can play on stream. Mardu Ascendancy. Yes, a foil fetch land! Woohoo! I mean, yeah, it's a Bloodstained Mire. At one time, you would say, oh, it's just a foil. It's just a Bloodstained Mire. But this Bloodstained Mire is seeing more play these days. And a foil fetch land is definitely spicy. Our first fetch land is a foil. And I'm very happy to see that. $38. All right. Nice. Nice. Now, just for a foil Wooded Foothills or a foil polluted Delta, $70 right now. But hey, I'm not going to complain about a foil fetch. Hopefully, we'll find a few more non-foil versions, and we can at least get close to paying for the cost of this box now. Blinding Spray, Murek Nightblade, Ice Feather Aven, See the Unwritten. Always a card that I think people are waiting for it to be a thing, and maybe it was kind of, but not really. Might be, you know, played in other formats that I haven't seen it. Burn Away, Quiet Contemplation, Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, Jeskai Ascendancy. Jeskai Ascendancy was a thing for a while. Sometimes I wonder why decks just never have, like, a second... It feels like decks never have a second day in the sun. Like, they're good for a while and then they just go away. But I feel like... It's like, why did Mono Black Devotion never come back around? Or, you know, or maybe it did. I don't know. Despise. Howl of the Horde. Well, we're probably almost halfway through this box right now, and we have... only opened 1 fetch land, and it was a foil, so I don't know if that really would go towards like the 2 to 4 fetch lands per box thing. Here's a Monastery Swiftspear. Windstorm. There's a foil in this pack. Deflecting Palm. And foil Sage Eye Harrier. Cons was really fun to draft. Drafting triple cons, everyone loved that format that I know. For a while there, it was like, you draft for fun and value. That's the perfect format. Mardu Heartpiercer, Jeskai Elder, Warden of the Eye, and an Ashcloud Phoenix. That's our second mythic, I think. Or third, maybe. Second for sure. Yeah, it was, I know when it first came out, I drafted the crap out of it online. The problem was, online, fetch lands weren't worth anything. I mean, they still are, but now, like late in the format, they plummeted so hard because they just became so available. It just isn't like that in real life. They were never, like, single-digit dollars, if I remember correctly. Seeker of the Way, Sage of the Inward Eye. We have a foil Warden of the Eye. And an Island of the Eye. Island. Ha! Sage of the Inward Eye. Warden of the Eye. And an Island. I know, it's lame. Mystic Monastery. All these Tri-lands were very important. Highspire Mantis. Mardu Rough Rider. Avalanche Tusker. Okay, so it's like this box is like, oh, we'll give you a single foil fetch land and no other fetch lands. Is that what I signed up for here? I guess it has the same value as like 2 lesser, but Keru Bloodsucker, Heart Piercer Bow, Doom Blast. I saw the foil land. I was like, wait a minute. So how's everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope that this random kind of booster box video helped brighten your day. Chief of the Scale. Temur Charm Warriors was so strong in this format. Dragon's Eye Savants. And another end. Still sees a lot of play. I played in my Mardu deck. It's just in my sideboard. But it's just too good. Exile, target permanent, you know. Chief of the Edge. Secret Plans. Nomad Outpost. And a Trail of Mystery. If you get that Trail of Mystery deck going, though. It was like Trail of Mystery and, what is it, Secret Plans? Is that what the other one was? And then just take all the morphs. Those were the days. And those were the days. Alright, Hordling Outburst. Solid card. Solid. Quite a bit of play. Murek Nightblade. Probably still does in, like, pauper decks places. I don't know. Bear's Companion. And Hostilities. Destroy all creatures and all permanents attached to creatures. At one time, that was a really great pull. But because cons, this is one of the problems with these sets, like, when they put extra value in them, like they did with Battle for Zendikar with the Expeditions, they just get opened so much that as a collector, it definitely hurts. But as somebody who actually plays the game, I'm fine with it. Abzan Falconer. Tuskguard Captain, one of the best Outlast abilities. A single green for a +1/+1. And Master of Pearls, one of the great win cons. Unmorphic, give all your creatures +2/+2. No one ever saw that coming. And it's such a huge blowout. Blinding Spray. That would counter it. Swarm of Bloodflies. Horde Ambusher. Herald of Anafenza. I always thought this card was like on the fringe of being really, really good in Standard. I think some people played it for a while, but that was a great card to open and draft. I mean, it's just so good. Still awaiting a fetch land. Venerable Lamassu. Pinewalker, one of the better morph creatures. Dead Drop. Surak Dragonclaw, another mythic. 6/6 flash, can't be countered. Creatures you control can't be countered. Or creature spells. Other creatures you control have trample. Very strong. Both as a combat trick or even just flashing it in at the end in your end step. Mardu Blaze Bringer. Jeskai Charm. Set Adrift. Savage Knuckleblade. This saw quite a bit of play. I know Bad Wolf is always all about that Savage Knuckleblade. 4/4 with 3 different pretty amazing abilities. I mean, imagine if you had those 2 packs in draft and you opened Surak into Savage Knuckleblade. Like, you're not losing that draft probably. Insane 3-drop, insane 5-drop. Riverwheel Aerialist, nice finisher, Jeskai decks. Become Immense. So he's played in some Infect decks. Temur Charger and Abzan Ascendancy. We have a foil Sidisi's Pet. Starting to lose faith that we're going to see... Just, let's see, like, I don't know, just cram a Polluted Delta in here somewhere. Timely Hordemate, Death Frenzy, fun card to blow up a lot of morphs. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, Keru Spell Snatcher. This was an interesting card because it's unmorph ability. You could counter target spell, but also, if it's countered in this way, exile it instead of putting it into the owner's graveyard. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost for as long as it remains exiled. So, definitely an interesting card. I mean, you could, in Limited, you know, you counter their bomb, and then you cast their bomb for free. It's a huge blowout. Armament Cores, one of the top uncommons in the Abzan draft format, that's for sure. Water Whirl, Murderous Cut, still sees a lot of play in many formats, and Crackling Doom. I play that in my Mardu deck. Doobie doobie doo. Man, I remember when a lot of these rares were like $5 or $6, you know? Mistfire Weaver, Soul Tie Flare, very strong draft card. Watcher of the Roost, and a Wooded Foothills. Okay, finally. At least we got into a second fetch land. You know, I got greedy in my mind because when, like, I opened the foil fetch land, I was like, man, if I can just open 3 fetch lands and a foil fetch land, this box would be insane. Then I got punished by going like 20 straight packs without opening one. So that's what you get, boys and girls. Master the Way, Ruthless Ripper, Raider Spoils, Ankle Shanker, Shankler. Very strong Mardu draft card. If pack one, pick one, it really kind of stinks to take, but it had to be dealt with. It was a must deal with card in draft. Dragon Grip, Briber's Purse, Monastery Swift Spear, Pearl Lake Ancient. This saw some play as a finisher in control builds. 6 packs left. I can't ask for any more fetch lands. I can't be greedy. I'm happy I got the 2. But if you take out the fact that it was my foil rare, this box is, if you take that out, there's only 1 fetch line in it. That's pretty poopy. Chief of the Scale, Bellowing Saddlebrute. I have faith in it, though. Quiet Contemplation, and a Polluted Delta. Yeah, you got to keep that faith. I keep that faith. I faith you, box. So, did we complete the... There's Polluted Delta, Wooded Foothills, Bloodstained Mire. We need Flooded Strand. If we could get a Flooded Strand, then we'll have one of all the fetch lands that were printed in this set. That would be interesting. Oh no, there's Windswept Heath too. All the fetch lands are worth pulling these days. Now they're going to go down at rotation because everyone's going to be selling them out of their Sander decks, but they'll come back up. Mardu Heartpiercer, because they're still played in just about every modern deck. Ride Down, Frontier Bivouac, and a High Sentinels of Ashran. I've actually seen some brew decks along the way in Standard. This was a Windmill Slam first pickable card in draft, if I remember correctly. I hope you guys are doing good. My back's getting a bit sore. Been grinding away down here, trying to build up a backlog of videos. Dazzling Ramparts, Gurmag Swiftwing, Heir of the Wilds, and a Windswept Heath. All right, we're finishing strong. Okay, so we hit the 3 fetch lands, which is like the average per box. And then we were fortunate enough to have our foil be the Bloodstained Mire. So, very solid box. Came back around, bailed us out with fetch lands. Bailed out by fetchies. Oh, fetchies! I know you guys love it when I say that. Sign of Glaciers, Seek the Horizon, Witness of the Ages, and 1,000 Winds. This thing is pretty sick, too. If you could live long enough to megamorph it or unmorph it. It returns all other tapped creatures to their owner's hand. So, like, you do it in response to their attack, it's just game over. Alright, last 2 packs. Abzan Battle Priest. Opulent Palace. Suspension Field. Mindswipe! The fun card. Alright, last pack. I'm happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And you know, I do a lot more than open boxes. I've got gameplay going on. I've got real life drafting. I've got my Wanderlust series. So if you happen to be new to the channel or not subscribed yet, and you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you take a second and hit that subscribe button. It helps new people find the channel, and it helps us continue to grow. Goblin Slide, and I appreciate it, of course. Keru Bloodsucker, Bear's Companion, Keru Lich Lord, Lich Lord. You know, the notables, of course, are Foil Bloodstained Mire, Wooded Foothills, Polluted Delta, Windswept Heath. You know, at one time, Pearl Lake Ancient was a solid pull. Crackling Doom. All this stuff is fading out because it's getting rotated at the time of this video. It's getting rotated soon. Utter End. Ashcloud Phoenix. You know. Definitely hit the Mythic Siege Rhino. But it's just dig through time. At one time was really expensive. But it all just pales in comparison to the fetch lands, at least currently. Either way, I had a ton of fun opening this, and I hope you had fun hanging out watching it. We'll talk to you again real soon. What's up, and thanks for watching this video. I produce all different kinds of content, so if you haven't yet, click on my face to subscribe. If you want to watch more videos, I've got some sweet playlists, including this one, where I open up every fat pack ever created. I've also got this one over here where I open just about anything vintage and old and expensive for your enjoyment. And all this is made possible by the awesome backers at our Patreon, which is linked in the description of every video. Hop on over there, check it out, see if it's something you might want to consider. If not, sit back, enjoy, and I'll still love you.